afternoon, everybody, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope you're having a lovely evening. And today I have a speech, and it's been a very long while since I last did a speech. And online, it's my first speech, so be ready for me to mess up. Okay, a few years back, when things started going viral on the internet, I asked myself, what are the reasons for something to go viral? If you don't know what viral means, it means something that would an idea, let's say, or a product that everybody would know suddenly. It's like how Corona spread. One day was in China, the next day was all over the world. So I wanted to know what were the reasons behind any viral idea or product or video or whatever it is. So I made a bit of research, but there aren't many articles to read from about this, especially this topic. But then I found a book that is a bestseller. It taught me so much. So I'm going to tell you a bit of it and let you read the rest. So Malcolm Gladwell, the writer, said there are three rules for something to become viral. But before the three rules, any idea or product that wants to go viral has to pass tipping point. A tipping point in which if it passes, it goes viral. So to reach this tipping point, there are three rules: the law of the few, the stickiness factor, and the law of context. Let's start with the law of the few. In the law of the few, it states that for anything to go viral, there are three types of people that have to know this idea or product to help this idea go viral. First are the connectors. These are the people who have so many connections. They have connections from uh, all over societies, all over countries. These are the people, if you tell them the idea and they like it, they'll talk here and there, and everybody talks. And they'd spread the word of mouth like in the speed of light. Then comes the mavens. I bet this is the first time you've ever heard the word. But we all have a maven friend. A maven is a type of person that, let's say, is an informational geek. He likes to try everything. Everything he tries, he evaluates it. But he doesn't keep the evaluation for himself. He always tells his friends, the people around him. And he explains the evaluation in very specific details. And that is why all his circle trusts him in his evaluation. And if you can think, you always have this one person where you go ask if you want to ask about a product or about something, like which game is best or which book is best. They always know these things and you trust their choice. And the last but not least are the salesmen. When I say salesmen, I don't mean salesmen in the malls and shops. No, no, no. I mean these type of people where whenever you're around them, their positivity is contagious. You're always happy when you're around them. Even if there are no jokes, even if you're silent, you're just happy. And they know how to influence everybody around them. They have an ambit that is very, very wide. So this is the first law. Second law is the stickiness factor. The stickiness factor is rather simple, which is how much the idea sticks in your head. It doesn't have a quantitative measurement, but it's usually just something like a jingle, let's say, or a song, or a phrase that is sticky, or something, maybe an information that is so interesting, it sticks in your head forever. Let's say, for example, I don't remember which year, but the song "Let Me Take a Selfie" came out. It was one of the stupidest songs I've ever heard in my life, but it's stuck in my head till today. It has a huge stickiness factor. And the last but not least is law of context. Law of context states that information travels better, or a message travels better in a certain type of environment. And the best environments for information to spread in are groups of 150 people max. If there are 150 people in a group, information will spread very, very fluently. And so let me give you an example, but I won't give you a normal example. In 1980s or 1990, in between 1980s and 1990s, New York was a very dangerous place to live in. There were the highest rates of crime were those in that decade. So this was the tipping point in crime rate. But so New York was very scared. The governor was very scared. They couldn't find a way to decrease crime whatsoever. So they found a scientist that said he can't find a way. So he needs to reach this tipping point, because everything that goes viral, if it passes another tipping point after going viral, it goes down. So what did he do? He did a few simple things. There was graffiti all over the city, even on subways. So the scientists decided to remove the graffiti all over the city, to never let any graffiti stay on the wall for more than one day. Even on the subways, they wouldn't allow the subway to move from the station if it had a dot of graffiti. Okay? So after they focused on this, crime rate decreased a little bit. Then they focused on another thing. They focused on going into the subway, you have to pay tickets, or with a card, let's say, for example. But with little amount of police in the subways, people usually jumped through the gates. Then they increased the number of police officers there, which decreased the number of crimes of crimes of jumping up the gate. And these small factors told people unconsciously that even little crimes as crimes that won't even affect us physically are prohibited, and people got punished for them badly. Then people realized, and through the next few years, crime rate decreased by more than 50%. So I'd like to say, if you want to read more about this, go read the book, and thank you so much.